Well, hello, welcome or welcome back, whichever it is. I'm happy you're here. Tonight's dinner is something that's very near and dear to my heart. This is a meal that we ate when I was a new mom and wife back in the mid-'80s. We didn't have any money. We were struggling. We had 2 children, and I used to say if it wasn't for spaghetti and chicken, we would have starved. So this meal that I'm making was a treat back then. And it's inexpensive to make now, so it was really inexpensive to make then. But there are some things in this meal that do not need to be had for the meal. I threw it in because it was there, like some meatballs. I'm recording this after I've already cooked the meal. The meatballs they did not eat. They said they tasted like freezer burn, and they probably did. I dug them out from the back of my freezer. But the rest of it fed my family well. They were all full when they were done. So let's get right into it. Here's what $5 is gonna get you in my house. Okay, this is what you're gonna need for that simple meal. You probably don't need about half of what's here, but I'm going to show you. You're going to need pasta, some type of spaghetti sauce, gravy, however you want to make it. These are just to zhuzh up the sauce for me, so you don't really need it if you just like the jarred. This is ricotta. And again, you don't need this entire container either, but it was the smallest one I could find when I ran into the store to grab it because I wanted to do this meal today. If you don't have the ricotta, the close second would be to throw some mozzarella in there. And as a matter of fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do for Eric because I don't have a plant-based ricotta yet. I will find it though. So we're going to use the mozzarella in his. So let's get started and let's get over to the pot of water and get it boiling. Okay, first things first, boil and salt your water. Okay, the water's salted and boiling, and I'm going to pour in my pasta. And give it a stir, guys, so it doesn't stick together. All right, I'm just gonna warm up the sauce, put that in there, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of seasoning to it. And I'm gonna put a little water in here so we don't waste a drop. Okay, so I just took the jar, did a little shimmy shake, get all that out of there. Whoops. Man overboard. Okay. And this is extra. I'm just going to zhuzh up the seasonings. Yeah, that didn't want to zhuzh up. Italian seasoning. To taste. Some onion powder. And some garlic powder, extra garlic powder. Just stir it up and bring it to a boil. I forgot some basil. Drain the pasta. Okay, this isn't a requirement for this meal, but I had some of these in the freezer. That is the last of what I had, so I'm just gonna throw them in. Okay guys, blink and you'll miss it. It's that simple. Eric does it, or whatever. Eric can't have the ricotta cheese as I explained earlier. So his is gonna be slightly different than ours, but you could do it either way. Now I know they have those things on TikTok, which I don't watch at all, but I have seen them on some of my feeds, like a spaghetti bake, but I think they use mozzarella cheese or something like that, and I'm not doing that. You can make this in the oven, like making layers, and bake it, but my kids don't want to wait that long because they're hungry people. So for Eric, the one who cannot have dairy, you really want for this to work quickly, you want everything good and hot so it melts. And I'll show you why when we get to ours. Okay, for Eric, we're gonna put some sauce in a pot and it's good and hot. Just gonna put as much as you would like. There's no rhyme, there's no reason, there's none of that. I'll start right there. And I'm just going to add the mozzarella shreds, which are plant-based for Eric. Now you want to put a good amount in there. Now over a low heat, not too low, just not too high that you're going to burn the spaghetti. We're going to mix this up and melt it. You see what I'm doing right there? And it's just going to melt down. And then I'll check back with it in a minute to see how melted it is. Does it need more sauce? Does it need more anything? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to the real star of the show. Well, maybe not the real star for people who can't have cheese. This is the star. But it's going to need more sauce, but we'll get there. And this you get so much, it's like stringy and pulley, and it's just delicious. Now, because this is plant-based, you're not going to see what I'm saying, but you may on ours if I decide to add the mozzarella cheese. So let me let this simmer on the back burner for a moment. Boom. Let's get the big pot back over here. I have to get the pasta. Okay, we got the pasta going into the pot. Get in there. So I'm going to take, this is 32 ounces. I don't need that much. So I'm going to take about half of this. Now mind you, the pasta, I re-ran it under some scalding hot water so that it's good and hot, because I want everything to melt. So I'm going to take a good big, maybe half this container. So if I did half, this is a 32 ounce, that would be 16 ounces. So it's 16 ounces of pasta minus what I took out over there, and 16 ounces. I guess it's a 1-to-1 ratio. If you have it, it's not necessary. I'm going to throw in some mozzarella cheese. What I would do if I was throwing this in the oven is I would do this, mix it all together, and then put it into a pan, top it with cheese, and just put it in the oven to bake, to melt the cheese. And that's what I would do. But we're not doing that today because the kids want to eat. So I'm going to throw in a handful. You don't need it. It doesn't make it or break it, but I'm going to do it because I have it. I almost want to show you it without it, but we'll be all right. All right, I have my burner set at 3 for my gas. I want this to be good and hot, and I'm going to dump the sauce in here. Now you want to leave a little bit. I left some already out that I didn't put in here because I always end up using it all, so I intentionally leave it out. But you're really just going to do that. And then I can't use this in Eric's again now that I'm about to use it here. And we're going to mix this up. And when I say mix it, get in there with it. See? Get in that pot and mix that around. Right, let me mix this up, and as soon as it's all mixed up, I'll show it to you. Okay, that's what it looks like. It looks not appetizing. I'm going to tell you what it looks like. But what I'm going to do is, since the kids don't want to wait, I got a teeny tiny dish, a single serve pie dish. I'm going to do a small one. and I'll wait. What you would do here is you could layer it or don't. Doesn't matter. You put it in the pot. In the pot, not in the pot. In the little pan. See, there's already getting a cheese pull. I don't know if you could see it, but there's one hanging off. Yep. You put it in there. You take some more of the sauce. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Hold on. There we go. Now I can see. Take some of the sauce and spread it all around. I can't put this back in there now because I just used it. But I'm gonna need a little bit more sauce than that. Hold on, let me lift this up a little bit. There we go. We're gonna need a little bit more sauce than that. And because I touched that spoon to here, I'm scared to stick it back in there in case Eric wants something. This can go in here because he's not eating that. So here is the pasta with the ricotta in it, a little bit of sauce, and we could throw some mozzarella on top. But if you want to get extra fancy, and you know we're all about the fancy, right? Not. Just so we could be just a little extra fancy, like you would if you're eating baked ziti or something like that. And a handful of cheese across the top. Just throw it in the oven till the cheese melts. Oops, put that back in there. Good thing my counters are clean, huh? All right, so I'll put this in there. I'll let you guys see what that looks like and what the other one looks like. All right, so I checked Eric's. It needed more cheese. It wasn't what it should be. So we're gonna keep mixing his around. And it is doing, it's kind of like ours, but not really. So, he needs a little more sauce in his. It's all over the side. Okay. Now we're just going to keep mixing until it's all melted. As soon as this is done, I'll meet you at the table. We'll do the initial taste test, and then we'll be back to show you the second one. All right, Eric's is done. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but there's a lot of cheese melted in here. You can kind of see a little bit of it right here. Every time I try to grab it, I grab a noodle. But it's in there. You can't really see it. It doesn't show up on the camera, but you'll be able to see it in ours for sure, when ours is very different. Okay. Okay, so I'm just heating this through. You can see it's looking kind of not so appealing. But let me tell you something. You could, let me see if I can. There is cheese pull going on in here. There's one right here. See it? It's all mixed through. Just gonna add a little bit of sauce to this and a little more sauce to this. Maybe all of it. Mix it up and I'll show you what it looks like when I get it plated. If you get any benefit at all from my content, you can help me out by clicking like, share, commenting, and definitely hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Okay, so Yaya has the kind with the ricotta cheese and the sauce and the extra meatballs we have floating around in the freezer. Eric has his with the plant-based mozzarella in it. Give it a go, guys.
Oh.
Oh?
Baked ziti burn spaghetti.
Spaghetti baked ziti?
It's
great.
It's great.
Do we have more?
You really like it? Yeah, we have more.
Oh, definitely second place.
It's new to me.
Yeah.
No.
I haven't had a taste like this.
But she said, "Wait, let me get a second bite." So definitely a second plate coming your way. Eric, second plate
Yeah.
coming your way. Well, there you have it, y'all, and I'll show you mine when it gets done. Okay, well, I can't spin her today, y'all. That is too hot. But she is looking yummy. 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 That's right. Let me get to the table. Okay, now it's my turn, and I'm going to try this one. I don't have a small spatula handy, but I'm going to use this. Hey, it's real life. I'm going to make my spaghetti pie. I don't know what I call this thing. I've been eating this for years, though, guys. This is not something new to me. This is something new to them. I've not made it for them. Oops. So, look at that. Woohoo! Can you see it? Move that to the side a little bit. See what's going on in there. And then I'm going to give it a taste. Ooh, the cheese is already... Ooh! I got a big clump of cheese. It wants to stay clumping. Look at that. Oh, I wish you could see the cheese pull going on my plate. Let's give it a taste. Oh, look, it's hanging down the bottom. Oh, now that guy got in the way. Oh, I tried. Mmm. Mmm. Yeah. That tastes just like baked ziti. Half the time, half the cost. It took me all of 10 minutes to make, I think. That was about it, and we're eating. So this is a must try. I don't know how they're doing it on TikTok. I've seen like little things, but this is my menu. This is my meal from when my adult children were little and we were struggling. This was something that we would eat. Okay, well, I'll see you in the next video. Okay, well, Yaya was here doing the recording, so I said, hey, why don't you give this a try? And what did you say, Yasmin?
It's better than the first.
It's really, really good. She's like, what? Wait.
Yeah. We should have
It
waited.
made a difference putting it in the oven, guys. So if you got the couple extra minutes to spend, do that. Okay, so now we're really done. See you later, bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording.
GoPro, stop recording. So, how did we do? Now, I want to tell you, I fed 7 people, because my daughter is here with me now. Out of the main dish, 6 of us ate. That's what's left. Nothing but the inside of the pot. Eric, what did Eric do? Eric did just as good on his. That's all that's left. A little bit stuck to the bottom. And he said he's coming back for it. Don't throw it away. So, I tell you it's really good. Doesn't look all that appealing when you're looking at it, but it is absolutely delish. It's a must try. Both ways. The way it in the pan, in the pot, and also in the oven. The oven has another unique flavor to it other than being in here. It's just something different about baking it. And I only had that in the oven, enough to melt the cheese on the top, maybe 5 to 8 minutes in the oven. Well, there you go. So, I'll see you in the next video.